take the shot. Every idea, give it all we got. Fans and voices unite the lot. This is the place where legends are made high. Welcome to the table, grab your seat, where passion runs wild and the world's all me. Debate it, play it, live it loud and proud. Gimmick Table Media, we draw the crowd. Oh, 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 oh. Lights, cameras, voices rise, from the ring to daily life. Stories clash, opinions fly. We're the spark you can't deny. From the boardroom to the ring, soap dreams and the battles we bring. Cards unfold, the future sings. Gimmick Table, do
Are you ready?
together with pride worldwide. This is for the dreamers, rebels and crew, for the fans in the back and the diehards too. Break the chains, let the passion ring. We're calling out hate in the squared off ring. Kicking out at 2, where the love runs deep and the fight stays true. Kicking out at 2, no tribal lines, just respect me and you.
No, that may be the most realistic one you've done.
Hey, I'm good at that. Was a good intro, man. Dang. Okay. Doing good. Hey, that's doing good at it. I'm doing good. I it's insane. I had a crazy travel weekend with matches and stuff, and I was moving a portable air conditioner yesterday, and I have officially old man blow my back out. So, but other than that, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. But it's definitely the first time in my life I hurt my back lifting something. So that's not great. But
And
it's still
Michael,
not real.
so-
Actually, it does not. It still does not sound real. It's
somebody
insane.
said you're muted, Michael. Yeah, Christy and Jillian both just messaged me.
Dang. So they didn't even hear the
I
great
didn't hear any
intro.
of that.
Hello, hello. There we go. Okay. I should check the levels before I started. That's okay. Um,
I know you have it. Redo your Sam intro because that was fire.
all right, all right, all right. Due to popular request, we'll do this again. So tonight, we're excited to welcome a man who's been putting in the work, breaking expectations, and proving that a big man doesn't mean you have to wrestle like one. He's a powerhouse with athleticism to match, turning heads all across the independent scene. The big man who does big things, the most viral wrestler in Oklahoma, the absolute unit, the king of thick style, and one half of the newly crowned GCW Tag Team Champions, Sam Stackhouse. All right. So all right, so we'll get back to that. So how does being a champion sound?
It's well, like I said, it still doesn't seem real. It's insane. Actually, it is. It's a thing. People talk about how fake this stuff is or whatever, but like when hard work gets rewarded, it feels pretty real. So
Right.
it's been pretty crazy.
When it's
Because KJ
decided that
asked me
strap's
that
going to be
too.
on you.
he asked me how it felt after it happened. I was like, it doesn't feel every time like I heard it, like I see a thing on Twitter or something like that with said new champs and had our picture. It's still it's still crazy. It still doesn't feel real.
Well, see, that answers my next question because I was going to ask, like, at what point did it feel real? So you haven't really been able to process it
Yeah.
yet.
I've been doing pretty much every interview I've done the past like 5 years. I'd say that I'm a couple years behind on processing, so it could be a while before I get caught up to this.
All
Which
right.
means you have to hang on to him longer.
That's right. In fact, actually, KJ just posted today something about where he needs to go. Y'all need to come back to Wrestling for a Cause so we can see y'all. Love to see y'all defend it there. So
It's in the works.
sweet. I love to hear that. So, I mean, obviously, this was a rematch from when you were against Price and Oliver before, Busted in the Brain, for those that aren't aware. And the letter's still in the mail, Brain. That's my moniker. Can't have it. What made the second match different aside from Hook not screwing you guys out of it?
I think it was just the environment. It's in Atlantic City, and that's the place where in GCW, if you don't perform in Atlantic City, you'll get eaten alive. So we were first on homecoming weekend. So the first thing those people were going to see. So we had to, it was basically do or show, because where would we go from there if we didn't win? If we didn't get the job done, I don't know if we were going to get another shot. No matter how many drives, or no matter how. I don't know if we were going to get another shot. So we had to lock in, and we did it. We got it done
Wait,
on their home turf, mind you. It would have been a lot cooler to get it done on our own home turf, but we went into their house and did it. So
well, when you stuff it in their own house, though, there's a
makes
little
it even
bit sweet about that.
oh yeah.
I want to go back before the championships, though. You and KJ have actually gotten some pretty good history together. You went back all the way back to the Fuego days, which we don't talk about much anymore. How far back does that relationship go between you and KJ?
Well, we've known each other for well over a decade at least. We wrestled each other for the first time in a mall in Oklahoma City in a ladder match, and I knew the second that I met him that we were going to end up being friends, because I like to take Canadian destroyers and poison rondas and whatnot. And usually it's like I gotta fill out process to see if there's anybody who's going to do it with me or anything like that. And this brother didn't hesitate whatsoever. So I knew then we were going to be buds. And then we weren't like super close for them, but then it's like a whole full circle moment. It's insane because my very first show at GCW, I wrestled in Houston, and the next day I didn't get booked, but KJ was there too, and we were both like on the line of like if there would have been something we would have got booked. But so we both sat there and watched that show together on the sidelines. The next time they were in Dallas, we got put in a scramble. We were both in the match, and then he unfortunately hit with a Canadian destroyer and beat me in that scramble match. But we don't, it's
We don't
fine.
need to talk
It's
about that.
fine. I'm over it. It's fine. It's fine. He dropped, But so like it like our entire GCW like journey or career or whatever has been intertwined. And not only that, but like I said, in Oklahoma, we've known each other for like 10 years. And then we it's insane, we have a mutual friend named Zach Royal, which anybody who knows it, y'all know Zach Royal, obviously. He was the one that was laying on the table in the very first viral video I had that got put through the table. We played Warzone. Me and him played Warzone together, and then him and KJ played Warzone together. So then we all three started playing Warzone together. Then me and KJ started playing Warzone together. Then me and KJ started traveling together, and then now it's been since the past, since 2021 or 2022, we've been almost every weekend together pretty much.
That's awesome. We do have some people watching. Jillian does want to mention here, and just anytime they give you guys flowers, I want to make sure that the flowers get out there. She said when Fuego turned heel and betrayed you, that was one of the best storylines in wrestling she's seen in a long time. She was really invested in that story, which I completely agree as well. That is what turned me on to both of you guys. I liked the Fuego character, watched a little bit in AEW, but like his transformation into this new person, this new character, has been phenomenal to watch. And you're part of that transformation. I mean, you've been around for that entire thing. What changes did you notice as you two together as a team because of this new attitude from both of you?
Well, I mean, we're a completely different style. I mean, we still do cool stuff because that's just who we are. But like, it's definitely not as much of trying to just do flashy things to pop the crowd anymore. Now we really, and plus like there's a like in GCW to be able to tell a story on the biggest independent show like in the country is insane, and not a lot of people get to do it. Even if people get on GCW, don't get to tell stories like we did, and we got to tell. I mean, we're still in the middle of one. It's going to end up being a couple year long thing by the time it's over. So like, that's incredible. So like, but I mean, the difference is like he's always been good. Like I tell people that really Fuego was the character. KJ is just who KJ, like this is who he always has been. That's who he was underneath the mask. He always knew that he was one. I mean, I'm biased because he's my best friend, but like I think he is one of the best, if not the best, professional wrestler around anywhere close to here or in the country. But like I said, I'm biased, but he knows it too, and like he's always known that, and now he just gets to tell everybody about it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, we recently saw a clip. There was a sign of my toxic trait is being a KJ fan. To me, that's for both of you guys. Like, I love watching both of you guys, and maybe it's because I've been more always the heel guy. I like the heels more than I like the faces. And so maybe that's all it's about. But you guys are amazing together, and yeah, like he's untouchable as far as his in work. But I don't want to put aside yours though. Like I still see a clip at least every other week of you doing a moonsault, and a dude your size being able to do that as effortlessly as it looks is amazing. What makes you want to do that kind of stuff? The stuff that makes people go, a big guy shouldn't be able to do that.
I have ADD and I get bored very easily. So that when I became a wrestler, I was never going to be just body slam, leg drop guy. I was never. I mean, I do those things, but like it was never. That's not the kind of wrestling that I enjoy. So it was never just going to be. It was never going to be that. And I mean, the whole reason that I got into wrestling anyways was my brother used to always tell me because I was. I mean, I've always been a big dude. Like I'm even. I mean, I was almost like I was 350 or whatever in high school. So like I've always been a big dude. So but like back in high school, I'd be doing like 450s and stuff off the diving boards and shit.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can curse. I apologize.
No, you're fine. We're not made for children. It's okay.
But
You should have heard
and
KJ
like
Valentine on Thursday. It's fine.
and we would be like my brother and I would backyard wrestle and stuff, and I'd be doing swantons off the swing sets and stuff. So like he always told me that I was like he always pointed out that I was more athletic for a bigger than I should have been. And even in high school, like I would win money racing people because they thought that they could beat me, and I would like, especially without shoes on. I was always faster without shoes on, and if they let me take my shoes off, they were cooked.
It was done
But
at
like,
that point.
I mean, it's always been nimble, and I'm like, cause I mean, like I've been, I guess it's a blessing. I've been big. I just refused to. Like I was always going to be outside doing things, and I just happened to be getting big at the same time. So I just figured it out.
Just got to work all together.
Yeah, just
I
figured
hear
it
you.
out.
Or it looks like
So
you had a question. Go ahead.
yeah, and I don't know if it's something we're gonna get to later, but you talking about it like that, it it reminds me of Bam Bam being old because I'm 50, so I was a teenager, and hearing you talk about how you did those things, I'm like, yeah, that like it. I see the parallels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely. I mean, I've been compared to Bam Bam since day one. So I mean, like, I'm not mad at it at all. I had entire gear made because I like it. So
Nice.
Well,
it's
I was gonna say
my T-shirt is a Bam Bam. I found an old Bam Bam T-shirt from like 1992 or something like that, and that's what my T-shirt is like. Yeah,
modeled it off of that. I mean, if you're gonna follow after anybody, that's one to follow.
Yeah.
I was always a fan of those big guys that could do stuff like that. Like, not to say I wasn't like a King Kong Bundy fan. Like he obviously had a presence about him, but like the Bam Bams, the Ray Trailers, like those guys that could move for a big dude. Like those were always more fun to watch because they pull out something and you'd be like, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah,
How did
I
you
just
do
watched the Big Boss Man. Was it the Dark Side of the Ring?
Mhm.
That stuff was crazy. Have you watched it?
I
I
have.
didn't realize he was that young. Did not realize he was like 41 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
did not
was
realize he was that young at all. And it hurt, like, well, not hurt, but it got me in my feelings because like most of those you watch, like the wife and kids are like, that dude sucked ass and we're glad he's gone.
Yeah.
Those people were like, he's been dead for like 20 years and they still like, I mean, like you could tell that they loved, like he was a good dude. So and I've never seen Jim Cornette cry like that either.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's it's good that they mix those things in. I was a big fan of when they started, but they did start to kind of go down a negative road where
Yeah, yeah.
every
Oh
episode
yeah,
was like we're
yeah,
talking shit about somebody. It's like, no,
yeah,
it's good that
yeah.
we got some good stuff in there.
But I mean, I guess it just speaks to the type of duty was there wasn't anybody they couldn't find anybody to talk shit about him. I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess it was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. But
Um,
I'm always a fan of him because he was. I feel like Big Boss Man has become been one of my favorites. I've been watching a lot lately because he was definitely I feel like he was underrated because he did some crazy. Taking the
Absolutely.
superplex from Hulk Hogan in a 1980s ring is crazy.
yeah. He definitely he was ahead of his time. Um,
For 100% ahead of his. Yeah,
yeah.
he'd have fit
Unfortunately,
in a whole lot better later on. But
yeah,
yeah, he
his
was
his
definitely a big
career,
talent.
like leaving WWF at the time, going to WCW, and what they've tried to mold him into while he was there, like Guardian Angel and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
it was poor planning for anything. But like he was one of those. He'll make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like
When
he
he
still
just
made it
tried
good.
it, whatever. Oh yeah.
Now I myself, I always preferred tag team wrestling. To me, it was always more fun. More bodies are always been more fun to me. Um, was being in a tag team and winning tag titles something that you wanted to do initially, or is it just kind of you fell into that?
I know. I mean, I've been in. Basically, it's kind of I have a pattern. I find friends and then I'm in tag teams with them. I've been, I've been. This is like. I mean, if on my wall I got the picture of me and Drake up there when we were the BFFs. So like we've done, yeah, and then me and Chris Morrison were tag team champs before.
Okay.
So I've always been around. Like I've not always been a tag team wrestler, but I've always been in and out of tag teams.
Okay. Um, I just want to go to so who is Sam Stackhouse? Like we love doing these interviews because we love getting to know the person behind it. We're wrestling nerds. We still fan out no matter where the person is on the card when we talk to them. So we want to always know more about the person. So before wrestling became your life, who was Sam?
Well, I mean, I don't remember before I was wrestling. Period. I don't remember because I've been doing it. I was like 18 when I started training, and I'm 37 now. So this year's 18 years since I had my first match.
Goodness,
So I
well,
mine all I remember, all I know is wrestling. But I mean, but before I was wrestling full time, I was a truck driver. So like that's why the travel stuff isn't too bad for me because I drove 11 hours Monday through Friday already. So the drives aren't crazy for me. But I mean, I mean, I talk about them all the time. I got the best wife that in the entire world, and we have a pretty pretty cool kid too. So and I have the best. I mean, I get to travel every week with my best friend, and we get to go all over the place, and we just like. I mean, I am who you see on the thing. I don't have the mental capacity to which it's at times it's been a blessing and other times it is not. It has definitely hindered me,
yeah.
but. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like the person you see at the merch table every weekend is the same if if you showed up to my house on a random Tuesday, we would probably have the same it'd be the same thing.
Well, I mean that's a trope we hear all the time is that the best characters are the ones that are just yourself, just turned up a little bit. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you're out there being legit because the fans will be able to notice if you're faking something. Like we've seen characters where they try to push something that we don't like and the fans never buy into it because it's not who they are. We can tell that there's something wrong. Um, Being that you started wrestling so young, did you have like you have a great support system now? Did you have a support system at that point when you were deciding at 18 to get into this?
I mean, definitely not as strong as I have it now, but I mean, I've always been lucky. Like I've never not had support. Like my first few shows because I trained at a place I ran every Saturday, so I mean, before it got old, but the first few shows, my half my family was there. My sisters, I got two sisters and a brother. My aunts and uncles have come to watch me wrestle. My grandma came to watch me wrestle one time, and then my mom and dad would come to the shows. So like I've always had people to support me, and I've had Chelsea for 10 years now. So yeah, like it's been, and before that Drake, I was like yeah. So no, I've been incredibly lucky on the support side.
That's great. We don't get to hear that a lot, unfortunately. Like you start going for a dream like that, and immediately the people around you try to find the fault in that because it's something not a lot of people get into. It's something very rarefied air.
Oh, I mean, I definitely have gotten the. I mean, I there's definitely people in my life that are more supportive now that they've seen that it's paid off. But for the most part, like I said, I've been I can't complain. I've never been one to complain about not having support.
That's great. Tori?
So, what was the hardest part about becoming a professional wrestler? Was it harder as a big man, or do you feel like just because you had some athletic background, it wasn't a hard transition?
I don't know. I mean, for me, as far as like body wise and like learning the business stuff, it wasn't hard. But like definitely being looking the way I look does help because like I have to. People have to see me wrestle before they like. Because if they just look at me, they're like, "Oh, this guy." Even to the people tell me this almost on a weekly basis. I don't like, and sometimes I'm like, "Are you insulting me?" Or I don't know. Because my at GCW specifically, I remember it. I'll never forget it. This guy come up to me and he said that he felt bad for me when I first came out there. When I first made my entrance, he said he felt bad for me because he just thought I was like a fat slob that was about to get my lunch ate. And then after I hit the heel kicks and I had a trouble in paradise in that match, and I took a poison rod, did all kinds, and I won the match with the moonsault. And he came up to me and was talking about, like I said, he thought that he thought I was going to go out there and have a heart attack or something. So it's definitely people definitely see me and have a if they don't know me, they definitely they feel a type of way. So it was, but then it also has made it a little easier because I tell KJ, I call it my fat privilege because like things that he does, just like just normal. If I do it, everybody loses their mind. So, so
That's
it's kind of
fair,
another. Just another, the wrestling business is full of catch 22s. You just got to navigate them and
and
try
that's
to
those
try to
times,
make the good outweigh the bad.
right? Those are those times he walks back to the corner and he goes, "I hate you, man."
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I definitely have it. I definitely in ring. I have it easier as far as like what I have to do,
Mm-hmm.
as far as to like seem impressive. So it.
He's like, all you did was a spinning heel kick. I did a
Yeah, yeah.
450.
Oh yeah, he's doing he does 630s, four
Yeah.
feet. Like he's past yeah, like so yeah, I definitely it's a running joke we have, but yeah, it's but like I said, but then also at the same time I have more to prove, and also with the support system, it's a catch 22 because I also feel like I have a whole lot more pressure to succeed just because of I mean I feel like I owe a lot of people a lot because of the support that I've gotten, so it has to work out.
All right. Now, I don't want to put aside the fitness journey. That's something Tori and I have actually both been on as well here lately, of trying to get ourselves into in a better place. Um, what started that for you? Like, what was the moment that you're like, all right, I need to lock in and do this?
I saw a shoot 500 pounds on the scale. It wasn't a wrestling gimmick anymore of being 500 pounds. I legitimately got over 500 pounds, and so I was like, I should probably not die soon.
You know, I want to connect with you a little bit on this. That's what started mine. It was three. Three was my number, but I went to the doctor. They said 320, and I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah,
maybe I
yeah.
need to do something about this now.
Also, I just want to feel like I just wanted to feel better because it's like it's a brutal. Like I'm asking a lot of this body, so I figured the least I could do is try to take care of it a little bit because I definitely have not done that. I mean, and that's another thing that I'm incredibly lucky in because I don't have anything like I don't have I don't have the beatus yet. I don't have any like I don't have any like the normal big dude problems yet either. So I've been incredibly lucky in that regard as well. So I'm trying to get ahead of that because I'm assuming I've been making a running joke about this too. I tell people I'm just going to wake up one day and have everything because I fought off everything for so long, but I'm going to hit 40 and probably just wake up and have everything. So I'm trying to mitigate that.
I hear you.
I'm
That's
and the real answer is I just grew up and I realized that I should start taking care of later Sam because usually I don't really give a crap about later Sam, but now Sam's trying to take care of myself on the backside a little bit.
okay. For you, like obviously, I've been a big guy my entire life, so I know the physical, but also the mental strain of that. The biggest change for you, is it the way you feel, or is it the mental of seeing the changes?
Well, I mean, really, it's just I've never functioned as like a big dude in my like it's never really it's never really affected my life at all. So like it's really just it's another thing that hasn't really hit me yet. Like I'll notice like when someone posts a picture or something like that, and I'll notice like the gears fitting different. That's really when I notice it when I put my gear on. That's really because all the other times I'm wearing shorts and flip flops all week, so I don't really I look the same all week. But then when like every weekend when I put on the gear and when people are telling me and stuff like that, so it definitely feels like that part feels good. But like I've never had like it's never really stopped me from doing much or made like I've never felt bad about myself or like any of that stuff. So like it's not really been too big of an issue. But like I said, I'm just trying to get ahead of it before it becomes that.
I gotcha.
Did you go to a trainer? Did you just do this on your own? How did you, what path did you take for that?
Really, I mean, I legitimately stopped drinking energy drinks and lost like 20 pounds in a month. So because what happened, it was like March too. It was March this year. Me and KJ went to Vegas and to LA. And when we got back, there was like 23 fucking monster cans between the two of us. And I was like, Jesus. I was like, this is not good. So I just kind of stopped drinking energy drinks cold turkey and then just really stopped drinking my calories. And that's really that took out a lot. Cause I mean that's really what a lot of the weight was coming from. Cause I mean I was pounding soda after soda and energy drink just for the taste. I'd have a Red Bull on my nightstand at the hotel rooms going to sleep and I would still be sipping on a Red Bull. So because not drinking them, I didn't even admit like there was no crash or anything. Like I was literally just drinking them for the just because that was just the habit. When I stopped at the quick trip, I was gonna grab a monster, and that's really the only time I think about it now is when I'm like, oh, I should go grab it. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna get out of here before I do that. But
Yeah.
that being said, full transparency, did have one on this last trip because I was dying, but I
Hey,
was awake for 40 hours.
once in a
So
while indulgement, not a
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Just don't make it
yeah.
make it a thing.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely I definitely didn't miss it because I was like forcing myself to even get through it because it was like syrupy and gross and like it felt gross to drink, but we got through it.
Yeah. You said the magic word there. That's the thing that got me is there was a TikToker who broke down calories in a way that I'd never heard before. And at that point it clicked in my brain of like, oh, in versus out.
Yep.
Make sure you're not putting too much in. Gotcha. All right, that's all I had to figure it out.
Yeah, mine. Another Royal shout out is Alex Royal is the one that he's the one that got the don't drink your calories thing into me. That was something big that he because he's have you seen him lately? He looks incredible. So he lost a lot of weight and he's jacked now. So
Damn.
yeah.
Pulling that Bronson
That's
Reed
how it
type.
is. Everybody stops wrestling and then they get in shape. Makes no sense.
Um So, were there bigger guys growing up that you looked at as inspiration when you were first starting into this? Like obviously we patterned the gear after Bam Bam.
Yeah.
You do the moonsault, which was his big move. Is there other big men that you looked at that like
Well,
you saw yourself in?
when I like my first like 10 years, I always told everybody that if like Samoa Joe and Abyss had a baby, and then like or like if Samoa Joe and Abyss had a baby, and then Vader and Bam Bam had a baby, and then those two people or those two made up and had a baby, that would be me.
I
So
love it.
yeah, because I mean I've stolen every move that Samoa Joe or Abyss has ever done. So and Bam Bam and Vader really too. So those were the main when I was first coming in. Those were the main guys that I was like, well, dang, I can do that. Except the cartwheel, I ain't pulled that one off yet. That's hard
Yeah,
and scary. It's not even that's hard. It's just scary. That is a scary
which is
thing to
weird.
do.
You do a moonsault, but just the idea of
Yeah, but I'm like
cartwheel.
in the air. I'm in the like like it's scary to just throw yourself like a few inches off the ground. Like that is crazy saying that with some of the stuff but I don't know. It's just a brain thing.
It is a whole different animal trying to do that. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Are you going to steal the Joe Nope spot? Is that something that you could put in your repertoire? Because that's my favorite thing Joe does.
Oh, when he walks away, I've definitely done it a few times. I have done it a few times. I've never called it, but other people have called it for me, and I have not. I've called it for someone to do it to me before. I think my Sam Moore profile picture where I'm like in the air
Mhm.
backwards. I cut out the part where Mercer, not Shane Mercer from Texas. He's walking away from me as I was going for like a crossbody. Yeah. So I've even been on the other end of the Joe spot.
I love the common sense stuff, the stuff that he does. KO does a lot of it too, of just like,
Oh yeah.
well, obviously, I'm not going to wait here for you to jump on me. I saw you climb up there.
And usually a lot of times when I'm a heel, that's I'm probably more of a Kevin because like I'll just talk like I'm like sarcastic, like I'm still me. I'm just a little bit more sarcastic and stuff.
Yeah. So let's get off all of that. Talking about independent wrestling, you are currently a champion of the big. I almost even feel bad calling it an indie promotion because at this point, it's as big as some of the lower main
Well,
things out there.
until there's contracts, it's an indie.
Well, there you go. I hear you. But being on the indies obviously is different. We've heard stories because of shows like Unreal, shows like Storytime, where we get to hear like weird things that have happened. Has there been like a great story of you working the indies of like, I can't believe this happened?
I mean, there's again, I'm so far behind on process. I just this last week I was driving in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, and like there was blocked, like there was a detour, and it took me down like dirt roads, and then I got to one part where it was blocked by cows, and I don't, it was insane. And but no, I mean, there's been all kind, like I've been all over the place. There's been random stuff. I swear I've seen UFC. I've seen all kinds of stuff. It's been, but again, it's just, and then stuff I can't even talk about. Nothing.
That's
But
understandable.
yeah, it's
Statute of
the crazy,
limitations
but
haven't passed yet. It's fine.
as like we're just on the road like so much. Well, if you're doing independence right, you're on the road a lot, and like I mean,
Right.
you're everywhere. I mean, I've gotten to have incredible moments with people all over the place, all over this country. I've got friends all over the place now, and like I've gotten core memories like I mean, all over the place. But I mean, as far as like I don't know what kind of stories you mean, like, but I mean, like I said, I've seen all kinds of stuff. There's been, but I mean, as far as like coolest moments, one of the coolest ones last year was we were on the JCW tour, and Colin wanted to go to Lake Tahoe, but we missed it. So we found some other random lake thing, and then me and Matt Cross jumped in it, and it was like crystal clear water, like just little stuff like that that like I'll remember that until the day I die. More than, and obviously there's been crazy stuff where we've seen whacked out people. I've seen crazy people in New York, homeless people acting crazy. We've seen fights. There's been all kinds of crazy stuff, but I'm more of I like the moments that I'm gonna remember like that, like walking the beach in my first time in Atlantic City, and out on the beach with some fans at like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff, with my face swollen shut because man's need me in the face. So broke my orbital bone. I've always had trouble saying that, but broke my orbital bone. But being there on the beach for the first time at the Atlantic Ocean, the first time seeing the Atlantic Ocean, it was crazy.
That's awesome.
But stuff like that, and that makes, like, people always talk about, like I said, people ask me how you do it or what. It's because like I wouldn't get to do that stuff if I mean, I traveled driving a truck, but I was delivering to JC Penney stores. I saw mall parking lots every day. That's all. Like, it wasn't, now I get to do all kinds of crazy stuff, get to see all kinds of go places. From a small town in Oklahoma. I don't belong in Hawaii or any of the, like, it's insane.
Something we hear all the time from people that we've talked to and people that we hear about on the internet say that uh, the journeyman process of being on the indies is great, but there's something about a GCW crowd that's different. What is that
I
intangible?
remember my first time in front of a GCW crowd was like I mean, my first show was in Houston, but like my first real crowd was that when I wrestled Cardona when he was dressed up as Durag Vince, and there was like 800 people there in Vegas, and that was like the biggest crowd I'd been in front of up to that point. But that, like I said, and like that's why I was saying earlier, like we had to perform in Atlantic City because, and especially I mean, a GCW crowd anywhere is, if you mess up, they're gonna let you know about it. But especially in Atlantic City, they are hostile there. Especially toward me and KJ, more KJ, but especially, but I'm a bigger target. So if they're gonna throw stuff, I'm getting it. So, but yeah, like it's definitely a different, especially coming from Oklahoma. Coming from, like, I literally I wrestled at WFC, and then the next week I was at GCW, and I've been at GC, like, that's, so the two, yeah, it's two different worlds.
Yeah, we actually something we talked about on the show a little bit before the GCW show here was that things were getting kind of stale and we were kind of losing the love for what we were watching. And so fan of the show, friend of ours, Stampede, he got us watching some indie stuff. He got us on the independent website, on Triller, checking out some stuff. That's kind of what got us into it. And then we found out about Tussle and Tulsa coming. Which, side note, it's Broken Arrow. I don't know if that was a naming logistics problem, but
No, it's just because
It sounds better.
yeah, because no one, and somebody watching in Los Angeles is going to know Tulsa.
Yeah, no, I
They're
got
not
you.
going to know Oklahoma. But they do it almost every time.
Yeah.
When not one time has GCW been in St. Louis, but there's been 6 St. Louis GCW
There
shows.
you go,
It's actually in Indiana. It's not even the same state as St. Louis.
dude.
It's across the river. But it's St. Louis.
Dropping
So,
secrets
but
here.
it's just like because if it had been in Oklahoma City and they had it in like Norman or something like that, it would have been GCW Oklahoma City.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
But being at that show though, like that, both me and her are, for the first time in a long time, we're on the edge of our seat, enjoying the hell out of what was going on. But
Christy was literally our friend Christy went with us. First time she'd ever been to a show. She was literally on the edge of her seat. I'm like, bitch, sit back, relax,
Well,
and enjoy yourself.
it's not just the crowd that's different at GCW. The wrestlers are different. That's why they're on. That's why they're where they're at.
absolutely,
GCW is where the best independent and even signed talent. That's where the best wrestler. I don't want to say that out loud, but that's where the best wrestler.
I think someone else
I'm
has
just
that moniker. I don't
Well,
know.
I'm just because where do they go when they're not there? I'm just saying,
That's
you know,
true.
where does
Hey.
everybody come? Like everybody ends up, no matter if they're coming from WWE, AEW, New Japan, it doesn't matter. GCW is the melting pot for everybody. It's incredible what Brett's been able to do with GCW.
Well, and I love that you said melting pot. One of the things we say on this show all the time is that wrestling's a buffet. We're big about trying to get rid of the tribalism. There's something on the table for everybody.
For
You
sure.
don't have to like everything. It's fine, but you also don't have to shit on the things you don't like either. It's someone else wants it and someone else likes it. So I love that you say that. To me, GCW is the buffet because like you go to a GCW show, it's a little of everything. You've got the hardcore stuff, you got the deathmatch stuff, you got the high flying stuff that reminds me of like the cruiserweight days back in WCW. You've got legit wrestling going on. Like there's a little bit of everything going on, and I think that's
And
what
then
makes it so much
also,
different.
I like the best thing about GCW too is it's even more of a melting pot too because like people also experiment different styles there. Like uh he's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Had a death match a couple months ago at
Right.
GCW, taking light tubes and all kind. Like it was insane.
Yeah. Well, and
And like
you said
even Matt Cardona, like
Yeah.
he did that death match change. And like I don't know if you watched, but he put out a documentary a couple weeks ago about that match where he won the title,
Mhm.
and it was pretty good. But I mean that change, he attributes that to change in his life.
Yeah, it
So like,
completely
it's
changed the look of him
oh yeah.
from being, you know, this clean cut professional wrestler to being, you know, an indie star. And it's weird, like he, you know, people still to this day call him the king of the death match. He's been in one death match, but they still remember just that image of him drenched in blood in the white shirt, and like that just stands out. So you've accomplished something pretty significant with these championships, obviously. When you think about the person who first decided to become a wrestler, what would that version of Sam think of where you are now?
I mean, in a lot of ways, I feel like I would not even recognize myself, but like I definitely have made it further than I had ever thought that was possible. Like when I started wrestling, like I mean, obviously people have dreams, but like I, me and KJ were talking about this one time on the trips, and I can't remember when the like exact moment where it can't be like switched in my brain from like where it was just like that far away dream. Oh, it's nice to have, but like not actually obtainable to whenever in my mind that like this actually is obtainable. I can't pinpoint when it is. But when I first started, I mean, I just thought this was gonna be fun. Like I didn't have really. I wish that I could go back and say that I always knew I was going to be a star and I had all these expectations and all this nonsense. But I just didn't have the confidence to have all those explanations or like all those expectations back then, or I probably would have. But no, like I said, I don't think I would be. There's many ways I wouldn't even be recognizable to what 18-year-old or 18 years ago me.
Yeah. Aside from, I mean, obviously this win is a big thing. Having the belts is a big thing. Aside from that, what are you most proud of in your career so far?
I mean, well, like I tell people, the best things in my life have come from wrestling. So, and they're not even necessarily in match related, but I mean, if it wasn't for wrestling, I wouldn't have my wife because she a promoter in the town I live in now made her mine and Chris Morrison's manager freaking 12 years ago or something like that, you know. And Drake, best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding. KJ, like all the I have one friend in my entire life that is not from wrestling that I've had since I've been friends with him since I was a teenager, and I was just friends with him. That's just because, and he's never like we're still friends today, but he's never came to one show. Like he talk like we talk about it, like he's in like he knows about everything, but he's not like he does not a wrestling he does not into he's a real sports guy. So
Oh,
you know.
real sports. Tell them to get one of those football players to do that cardio. I've seen that happen.
Right? Yeah. But no, I mean, like, there's like most of the stuff I'm proud of has nothing to do with the in ring stuff. Because especially all the kids, like the new people who ask me for advice, I tell them most important stuff happens outside the ring. So there's like I said, building my family and friends and the group that I have around me and stuff like that. That's more what I'm proud of than anything I'm gonna do in a wrestling match. Because I mean, I'm just flipping you. Like, I mean, obviously it's different because it's like all the hard work is paying off, and so I'm super proud of all that stuff, and like I'll never like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what, but like I said, I'm more proud of the stuff outside the ring than I am in the ring.
Yeah, where you are personally versus
Yeah.
there's
But
nothing
I
wrong
wouldn't
with
be
that.
where I'm in. But it's all in like it says it's all intertwined because this is the only thing I've done with my entire adult life, or it's the only thing I've stuck with my entire adult life.
I
So it's
got
all
you.
like I said, and who I am here is who I am out there. So like I'm carrying those people with me when I'm in the ring. So, and I'm very proud of that.
I got to ask just because I'm a dad myself. It's to me, it's the most important thing I've done in my life. You mentioned your kid. I'm not going to ask ages, but when you started, when they started realizing what you do, was there a clicking moment with them of understanding the business, or did they think dad was just really beating up people all day long?
Well, I mean, she was like less than a week old when she went to her first wrestling show, so she just kind of been chill. Like it's just kind of been a thing that I do, you know. Like she never really went through the phase where she thought that I was really getting hurt or anything like that. Because
Yeah.
like I said, she saw me go do it and then come home every weekend since she was born, basically.
Okay.
So we didn't really have to go through most of that, you know. I mean, she's still like she's worried when I get hurt and stuff like that, but she likes watching death matches and stuff. Yeah. So she's a I say she's a great kid, but she's a different one.
Is there anything specifically that you still want to prove?
Well, I mean, I just want to like I talk about this all the time. I just want to feel like I deserve, like I have a problem feeling like I haven't done enough for myself. Like I feel. I mean, I know that my mom's proud of me. Like my wife's proud of me. My kids proud of me. I've made my friends proud. My brothers, my sisters. I've made my entire family proud already. But like I haven't done enough for me yet, and I don't know when that's gonna be, but whenever that happens, then I'll know.
There you
I'll
go.
know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's still plenty to prove. I made a post about it like the other week. Every single week I'm in the ring with people who are currently signed, who have been signed, and I've never gotten the opportunity. But every week I'm trusted with these people that, like I said, that are either currently signed or have been signed. And every week they tell me that, I mean, they make it out. I'm not hurting nobody, you know,
Hmm.
and like I'm doing good. I'm so like I still have that's still the main goal is to put pen to paper somewhere, because that's kind of, as a wrestler, that's kind of the crowd. I mean, that's when, you know, that's when it's really rewarded. That's when all
Right.
the hard work is really worth it. When I can start not only like live the cool life that I've got to live, but when I get to start sharing that with my people, that's when I'll be happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the AEW show earlier this year, and you had a
Yeah,
match there, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope this becomes a thing."
yeah.
So,
I got lucky for the I've got people who support me at AEW, or that wouldn't have happened. So
okay.
Hey, it's always good to be connected. There's
oh yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Um, you've got the championships, you've got the spotlight. People are paying attention to you. Like obviously, like you've gotten a following now. When people look back at you and your story years from now, what do you want this chapter to mean?
I mean, hopefully it's the chapter right before the good stuff. I mean, like the good stuff happens. You know, hopefully, because I mean, obviously, let's be honest. I'm 37 years old, so obviously, I'm closer to the end of the book than I am at the beginning. So hopefully, we're getting to the meaty part of
Hmm.
the where I get to like where where it start where you get to show the flashback where you show the flashbacks, but then you get to show current where I'm getting to take care of everything and we don't have to stress out about anything anymore and stuff like that. So hopefully that's just this is the part leading to that chapter.
That sounds like a great way to look at it. We're gonna go through some quick rapid fire before we close this out. Favorite wrestler of all time?
Umaga.
That's a great pick. That's underrated right there.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's Mabel or like Viscera. Why do the heel kick? But it's definitely because of Umaga. My favorite is I feel so dorky when I say it, but my favorite match of all time is Umaga versus John Cena at that Last Man Standing match at Royal Rumble.
Great match.
That's my favorite match.
Great match.
I've done me and Morrison did the whenever me and him had Oklahoma's first death match. We basically had that match.
That's awesome. I love the little Easter eggs like that when you get to see things like that happen. So that's fun.
He choked me out with the bottom rope, just like what happened to Umaga.
Well, and another one I think is underrated from Umaga that people don't talk about enough is him versus Jeff Hardy. Like that match was tremendous.
Just him, like, and I'm not even sure if like Umaga's underrated. It's just he wasn't around long enough for people to talk about him like they should. You know, like because I mean, when you bring him up, nobody ever underrates him. Like when you bring him up, no one's like, oh, Umaga, that's the like when you bring him up, everyone's like, oh yeah, fucking Umaga, I forgot about it. Like
exactly.
So like he definitely gets his flowers still. It's just he just didn't get the opportunity to be around long enough to get more. Because I mean, bro, yeah, he was arguably one of the best the best like pound for pound, I guess, athletes ever. Like, and from what I hear, like Yokozuna was an insane athlete, which makes sense because he was the biggest one. And I don't think people can often confuse athleticism for just being able to do flips and shit, but like being able to maneuver your body at 500 something pounds is like insane.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you can watch the TV shows because in all reality, I was only like 100 pounds away from being them 600-pound life people, and there's quite a big difference. And even Yokozuna, like I said, like the athleticism it takes to just move your body at that at that size, and he was like 4 or 5 inches taller than me too, so he had it even worse.
Yeah. Well, and people don't think about it. People don't think of it as a bigger guy, like the strength that you have to have because you're carrying all of that extra versus someone who's not. When that comes off, the muscle's still there that you've had this entire time carrying around that extra weight. So it's
Effie said it to me one time. He's like, you were doing the moonsault at over 500. He's like, imagine what you could do at 300. I was like, you right.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we're gonna find out.
I think you already mentioned it, but so favorite wrestling match you've ever watched, is that the John Cena Umaga match?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite match.
All right. Aside from KJ and people that you've currently already teamed with, who's your dream tag team partner?
Dang. That's tough. Trying to think. Probably, let's see. Have you ever heard of Mikey O'Shea?
Yeah.
Mikey O'Shea, he's another indie guy. I feel like me and him could be a killer tag team.
That's awesome.
I mean, I know that's not like I guess I could pick like a crazy WWE pick, I guess.
But he's
realistic
great.
one. Yeah, realistic one. I feel like me and him, because I mean we wrestled each other and just like the chemistry we had, like the back and forth way we was able to work off each other. I feel like a tag team, me and him would be awesome.
I think he's one of those, like I don't think he gets shown enough.
100%.
Because 100%. The charisma on that dude is just insane.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and he's athletic as hell too. And he's lost a lot of weight lately too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he definitely deserves more, and he's been wrestling longer than me.
What's the move that you absolutely hate taking?
I hate getting landed on. So any of those.
Any like splashes, swantons, all that
people
stuff.
People don't understand. It's like, okay, it just you see, this is me, okay, and if I wrestle people, there's this whole ring underneath me, and when I splash people, I can reach the ring and not murder them. But when people splash me, they can't do that. So big boys got to eat it all. And I feel like there's like this weird thing in their minds, like, oh, it's a fucking crash pad. So I hate it. Skinny people, y'all heavy from 15 feet. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, you hear it in interviews when they talk about Jeff doing that swanton, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
that hurts every time."
Especially these last few years, brother. He just don't care no more.
Nope, it's just gonna flip and fall. It's fine.
Yeah, you taking a back bump on some or a front bump on somebody from 12 feet in the air. I don't care if you weigh 90 pounds. It sucks.
Who's the most underrated wrestler you think right now in the Indies?
Well, I mean, I'm biased again, but also obviously KJ Orso, must see TV out of Missouri, Colton Theron. He is definitely one of the most underrated professional wrestlers on the scene too, just because he doesn't get out as much. And Luke Langley from the same area. I've said for years that one of the biggest crimes in professional wrestling is that Luke Langley is not on a television every week because he is. I mean, when you wrestle Luke, it's like you're literally wrestling like he does everything for you. You just have to make sure your head's in the right place for him to kick it when it needs to be there. And like he is the smooth one of the smoothest people I've ever been in the ring with, and I've been in the ring with some dudes lately. So like yeah. So definitely, I mean, it's hard to narrow it down to one, but
Yeah.
those are all dudes that I know personally that I feel like deserve way more than. And again, like I'm biased on KJ, but I like people can't deny that he does all the little things that you're supposed to do as a professional wrestler. He does those things without even thinking about
Yeah.
it. And again, see, and the connection that CTV has with the crowd, any crowd he's in front of, no matter what, the way he treats every single fan, like again, and what he can do in the ring. I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of his clips or what, but he's like AJ Styles personally picked him, but because he's the way he's mixing his his MMA style with wrestling it's incredible. So definitely, there's a lot of guys around here that are underrated, but those are my top.
Okay. All right. Who's most likely to get in trouble, you or KJ?
I mean, what kinds of trouble?
We'll just say in general trouble. You're in the
Probably,
town.
probably me. Probably me. I
Uh,
definitely KJ's definitely I I partake in other things that KJ does not partake in. So if we're one of us is gonna get in trouble for being a little crazy, it's probably gonna be me. It's
okay.
probably gonna be me.
Someone else owns this gimmick, so I can't ask about Waffle House specifically. But is there a fast food order that was your go to, like after a
I
long
mean,
match?
it is. I'll tell you right now, I get 2 chicken breasts and 4 eggs over easy and a bowl of grits, and I just have them throw all that together.
All
That
right.
is my jam. It's my jam. And I tried the Waffle House sauce the other day. It ain't it, pal. It's not it. It's not it.
You hear that, Malcolm?
It's
It ain't shit.
it's not it. It's weird. That's weird. That's a weird sauce. Especially because like Waffle House is a breakfast place. That's not a breakfast sauce at all.
See, that's
It's like a
my
barbecue.
thing on it.
It's like a barbecue mayonnaise thing or something. That's not breakfast.
Yeah, it's like mayonnaise chipotle type of thing,
Yeah,
and like you don't
it's
put that on eggs and
no. Because I was like, what am I? Because I wanted to try it. I was like, what am I going to put this on? I mean, I guess the chicken, but chicken with eggs on it, and that is not. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what they were thinking.
uh,
I thought it was gonna be soy sauce or something. First, it came in like a black packet. I was like, what is happening?
you bought the wrong stuff. It's in a
Yeah.
Waffle House, so
But I did also find out they have like Waffle House has their own like cold brew cans, and they're
Mhm.
pretty good. I tried one of those the other day.
yeah, it's a new thing they've started doing. We've got
Yeah,
one
it's
down the
pretty
street
good.
from me, and like I've seen the image pop up on it. At first I thought it was beer just by the look of the can, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that
no,
does not surprise me in the least.
and the can, like I said, the can
I
looks
don't
can looks
know.
kind of cool too. It looks
As much
all
as they cited
50s
a
diner
Waffle House, I
style.
don't think we need to mix in beer.
Yeah, no, that'd be what. Yeah, it gets crazy enough for there at 3 a.m.
What's an unpopular opinion that you have about wrestling?
Oof.
You
I
can give me a
don't.
few if you can't narrow it down. That's fine.
I don't enjoy the pretend loyalty that people build into wrestling training and whatnot. I don't. I wasted a decade of my life with that, and it's still happening to this day. I don't enjoy that. I don't necessarily think it's the wrestler's job to promote the entire shows. If I promote my stuff. You pay me to be there. You are the promoter. I don't go to a promoter and say, "Hey, can you put my match together for me?" I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind sharing. I'm not talking about not sharing things, but like some of these guys be wanting too much. I got four shows a weekend. You know, like and even if we don't, like I again like just it goes down to the fake load. Everybody thinks their stuff is the best thing out of anything. Um, I don't enjoy that. Like a lot of training schools are just about putting bodies on their show and not teaching professional wrestlers because I've seen some very good or some people that could have been very good professional wrestlers get discouraged and quit because they weren't like showing what wrestling actually is. And there's don't get me there's a lot that I don't
I
enjoy
feel like we're
about
going
it.
to
Like
have you
basically
back at some point just
all
to
the
talk about
bad
this
things.
stuff.
I don't know if any of them are hot takes, really. I guess I imagine most people don't like. I imagine the only people who enjoy these things are the ones doing them. So
Finish the sentence. Wrestling is better when.
when you enjoy it, like just watch wrestling.
Very, very
Like you were
good.
saying earlier, tribalism is ruining wrestling. It's insane to me.
Yes.
It
Like,
absolutely is.
especially nowadays with how interchangeable it is, because I don't know how you can crap on one company so much, knowing full well that there's about a 75% chance that that the person that you're shitting on for being on this company is gonna be at your company in the next few years, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and also it's just wrestling. Like I don't remember who said it, but they talk about the flavors of the ice cream. You go to Baskin Robbins, how many flavors of ice cream is there? And are we complaining about it? Is there people posted up at Baskin Robbins just boycotting people who get the lemon ice cream because the vanilla is there and they like it better? No,
Right.
you just go in there and you pick your ice cream and you fucking eat it.
Right.
So just do that with wrestling. You don't if you only like certain people on AEW, watch them and then you can go flip over to Raw or what. Like it's wrestling. I don't understand why everybody has to be so mad all the time about it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
Like we fell in love with GCW. I've never been a big deathmatch guy. Just
Yeah.
it's never been my thing.
Well, yeah, and
But the
now
the rest,
especially
the
at
90 other
GCW, it's
percent of the
changing.
show is great.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why am I going to shit about the 10% that I didn't particularly care for?
And that's another thing that people GCW, they think that they think it's opposite. They think 90% of it's deathmatch and
Yeah.
then 10% of it's only wrestling. And at one point that might have been true, but like now that's not a thing anymore. There's some places there's some venues that they can't even do deathmatch. There's been GCW shows with no deathmatches on.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it's like, but
I think
you can't. GCW is truly the one place that you can have, like, you can watch one show and you can see just about you
Everything.
from just about everything. Yeah,
yeah,
and some of your familiar faces. You can see people from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the nows. You can see. I mean, they have. I was on a show where there was a teenager on there, and then Action Mike Jackson, has been wrestling longer than Ric Flair and still wrestles, doing suicide dives and Canadian destroyers and stuff, was on the show.
mm-hmm.
And there's no other place. There's also no other type of entertainment, no other thing that you're going to get that either.
Right.
Like you can't go to a baseball game and see a player that was from the 90s still out there playing. Like that's not a thing. Like you can't even in entertainment most of the time you don't see a big mix of between the movie actors and stuff like that. It's one of the, like, wrestling could be the most inclusive thing, and yet somehow people make it not. It's insane to me.
Well, and the thing that I love about it is you also get to see some of the local people. Like when y'all came here, I just assumed that everybody was part of GCW, and then we find out,
Oh,
well, no,
no,
like
no.
these people in this scramble match, none of them were from GCW. They were just local guys that came in for the show. And it's like, holy shit, like these guys got put on a big stage to show out an amazing opportunity.
That's how I started. That's how I started on GCW. I not one. That was the first time GCW's ever come to Oklahoma.
Mhm.
So I had to go to them. But that's exactly how it happened. My first show was in Houston, Texas, and my second was in Las Vegas, and my third was in New York City. All places I had nothing to do with at the time, and had never been to. But like, it's like I said, I got the opportunity, and and this was a special one too. I was extremely happy because a lot of the times the local shows, there's not that many opportunities given out. And I think there was besides me and KJ, there was like, and Cap, because I mean we were gonna, I don't count us as, like, we were gonna be booked or what, no matter what. But like there was like 6 other Oklahoma people booked on that show.
Yeah.
And I'm not even counting the Texas local people. There was like 4 or 5 other Texas local people on there too. And so there was a lot of opportunities given out for at the Oklahoma win, and everybody killed it.
Absolutely.
I was so happy. I was so happy.
We were there and had a blast.
Oh yeah, it was such a great show.
I cannot wait for them to come back because I'm like, let's go. Like,
And
we were
I
second row
can't say
last time, we were
say
front
when,
row
but I
next
heard it.
time.
I heard the plan is to add it to the schedule. So hopefully,
Nice.
We're certainly down.
whenever they do that, hopefully every time they do Dallas, we can come up here again too.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. Got to see some people we didn't know. It got us to watch Bizarre Wrestling, which was a spinoff of WFC, because of seeing people from that show, and we're like, oh, well, like this is even cooler. Like, let's go see that stuff too, just to see what it's like. And it's opened up possible opportunities for us. I won't say anything, but like there's
good.
things we're in
That's
talks
good.
about to maybe help
That's great.
where we can.
The more help we can get, the better. Especially with good people, because
well-
it's hard out here sometimes.
Well, and just to be clear, I will put down chairs for anybody that
Same.
has that question. All right, so before we let you go, like I said, around here we call wrestling a buffet. There's a little bit of everything at the table for everybody, between classics and chaos and comfort food and all that stuff. So before we end this, what are 3 things from wrestling buffet that is on your plate right now? It could be moves, matches, people. What's on your plate?
I'm digitizing my entire wrestling DVD collection
Okay.
right now, so that's been pretty fun. Watching some old DVDs. I'm all like, because I don't. I mean, I collect a lot of little things, but like the only collection I'm trying to collect all the WWE DVDs. So I've been searching for those recently. That's been my current thing with,
Okay.
and then as far as watching wise, my plan is this week I'm gonna go back through Lucha Underground. So I'm gonna be partaking in that. I don't know. Have you ever watched Lucha Underground?
Yeah.
So
It-
good.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to rewatch that. And then really I've been also trying to study some tactics. I've watched like probably 15 Briscoe matches the past week or so. Cause that was one of the biggest things that I have not come to terms with yet, is that the Briscoes have held these tag belts, and that is insane.
that
3 times they held them.
that is an
So,
amazing thought. I hadn't even that didn't click in
yeah,
my brain until you just
insane.
said it. Like, that's crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's definitely a good mix of things that you have. As far as the Lucha Underground stuff, we love that. I think that's something that's still missing in wrestling. I think someone needs to pick up that license and do something with it.
Well, every year there's a rumor that it's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet.
It's that running like April Fool's thing every time. It's like,
Yeah.
it's coming back. No,
One of
it's
these-
not.
Somebody will definitely do it. Like one of these either wrestling fans or wrestlers will come into some money, and they will do it.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
If I ever win
And
the
hopefully I
lottery,
can be involved.
if I ever win the lottery, I won't tell
Hey,
people, but there will be
I would-
signs.
Oh yeah. I tell people that all the time too.
Yeah. All right, before we hit the finish and go home, the floor is yours. Tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow your work, and plug anything you got coming up that you want to talk about.
Well, this week, Thursday, I have Death in the Family at No Ring Death Match in Austin, Texas. And then Friday, I'll be at Wrestle World. And then Sunday, I'll be flying to Michigan for Juggalo Championship Wrestling for Mr. Happy. It'll be dope. We got the tapings over there. Let's see. And then this will be for GCW the 11th and 12th, Denver and LA. I'm gonna kick Hook's ass for just delaying the inevitable. Really, obviously, waste of time. Came all the way to
Whip that
Texas.
scrawny
just
kid
to-
for me. Just
yeah, came all the way to Texas just to waste time, just to waste a month. You know, could have had the belt. Anyways, that's beside the fact.
I digress.
So, and then I know we'll be in Detroit and Columbus as well. And then I got a bunch of stuff with the Juggalos coming up. We just did the Gathering last week, so that was pretty cool. Bloody Mania. I got to have a singles match on Bloody Mania for the JCW the Lunacy title. That was pretty sick. And then I got my merch store. If anybody's interested in that, I make all my own merch. So you're like, it is the main way to directly support me, because there is no middleman. I have these are parts of the Mr. Happy shirts, right? I got them in the mail today. I got to make them, and I've got 3 printers over here and Crickets. You're literally leaned on the heat press right now. So like I said, the merch is the most direct way to support me and my family and everything. So that's a big thing. It's samstackhousemerch.net.
Okay.
So you can go on there. Y'all can link it. I'm sure you can find it.
Absolutely. I've already got all your socials on there. I'll throw that in as well.
Yeah, you follow me on all those things. I'm thinking about starting like a vlog thing pretty soon.
Okay.
Because I feel like I have like it really hit me when the cow thing the other day when I said that. I was like people would never believe me. And my sister bought me some of them glasses that some people like and some people don't like. I'm finding out, but like I'm gonna wear them when I'm driving. And like if people get mad, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I got usually my hands are too full with title belts to be carrying a phone around. What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Have you seen how big that belt is and things? Is heavy.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, like I said, that's the best way to support. And my schedule's posted on there too. But we've got big things coming up. We're gonna get some more tag team gold. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good rest of the year.
Oh yeah.
Love hearing that. Definitely thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time to sit down with us, letting us get to know you, the person behind the character, a little bit better. Congratulations again on the GCW Tag Team Championships, and we can't wait to see what you and KJ do with them going forward. For everybody watching, folks, we are officially kicking out. In the meantime and in between time, keep watching, keep talking, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out at 2.
We stand together with pride.